everybody, Alexis Von Kraven here, and today we're going to talk about drumsticks, which is a subject that everybody is concerned about and everybody uses as a drummer, right? And we're going to talk about pricing, we're going to talk about materials, we're going to talk about durability and tips. We have three main wooden drumsticks or types of wood that drumsticks are made, and the first one is maple. Maple is a really light material, right? And when I do this, it means that it's the same caliber and everything, but it's lighter than the other two types. It's meant for, lighter hitting drummers, if that makes any sense. If you play jazz, if you play something that doesn't really demand you to add a lot of strength to your playing and to your drums, right? Maple is going to work out great. We got hickory, which comes in two types, and it all depends on the brands. Some brands offer the red hickory, and some brands just offer the white hickory. Probably 90% of all drumsticks out there in the market are hickory, right? And I know some brands offer red hickory because my own drumsticks, my signature drumstick is red hickory, made by a company in Canada called Los Cabos Drumstick. This is a red hickory drumstick, and it's a 5B, which I'm going to talk about calibers and weights and all that in a second, but I would just want to show you. This is a red hickory, which is different from oak. Hickory and red hickory are more durable than maple. They come in the same calibers, and now we got our last type of wood, which is also very common, which is oak. And oak is more durable, right? It's a heavier, a little bit heavier of a stick. And it works great if you play metal, if you play any kind of genre where you have to hit really hard. Well, those are the sticks for you. But we also have some brands that offer metal made sticks, and they have a replacement for the body of the stick, and they have their tips, and they have all kinds of accessories. The next thing we're going to talk about is the build, and that means the tips or tappers, or they have many names out there, right? So I just call them tips, right? So I'm just going to focus on two types, which is the nylon tip and the wooden tip. Long story short, nylon is going to give you a little bit of a brighter sound in your cymbals, not that much in your toms or your drums, but the cymbals is where you can actually hear the difference, right? Nylon, again, it's a synthetic material, you can call it a plastic, right? So when you hit your cymbals, when you hit your rides, and when you hit your bells and all that, it's brighter. And wood, it's more durable in the stick, right? They are great as well. It's not as bright as a nylon tip, and yeah, they stay in the stick. It's part of the stick, so it's not gonna fly around, which is why I had to switch from nylon to wooden. Next thing is the size of the stick, right? And how thick the stick is. And we have around 4 or 5 sizes that are the most common ones, because we have the 2B, we have the 5B, 5A, and 7A. And what they mean is that 2B is the thicker one, the thicker model. And when I started, I had a teacher who told me to get a pair of 2Bs because they were heavier and they would help me with that, and it actually did. So I still recommend my students, the ones that are starting, at least to get 2Bs and just practice with them if they cannot find any practice sticks that are heavier or metal made. Then we have the 5B and 5A, which are pretty similar. Most of the drummers are staying in those two sizes. The next one up, which is a thinner one, which is the 7A. I don't personally use it, but I have many friends who play jazz and fusion and other genres, which they don't need that much volume on the stick, and they play with 7As, and they're great. If you hit like a beast, they're not going to be good for you. So those are the 4 types. Again, 2B being the thicker one, 5B, 5A are in the middle, and 7A is going to work out great if you don't need to smack your stick. All of the consumers have to decide, right? What am I going to play? Am I going to pay a $40 drumstick, a pair of drumsticks, or am I going to go for a $9 or a $7 or a $12, right? Let me tell you right now that the only way that you can find out what is the right stick for you in terms of pricing is your wallet, and in terms of your playing is by trying them. This is something that I want to recommend you, because this happened to me too. When I started, I didn't know what to do. But I was listening to everybody talk, and everybody recommends, and everybody says that their product is great, and probably it is, but you are the one that has to decide. So what I had to do was try. among many kinds of drumsticks, many calibers, some heavier, some light. I knew that the light would not gonna work for me. So if you gotta try an expensive pair of drumsticks, don't be afraid and go and try them. They might work out great. They might be worth your money. And if you're gonna go for a cheap one, well, go for them and give them a shot. And you know, you might be surprised in a good way, in a bad way, right? So all you can do is try. Well, that's pretty much meat and potatoes for sticks. So I hope this helps you guys to decide a little bit. Again, my advice is you gotta go and try it. If you have any questions, let me know. Write me to either my Facebook, my YouTube, or Instagram, or send me an email. You can contact me anywhere you want, and as it is possible for me, I'll reply for sure, or I'll make another video, and we can be in touch. Comment and subscribe, share, like. See you guys very soon. Alexis Von Kraven.